Thank you, Dr. Shu, for your kind introduction. I am honored to be the first of the many class speakers you will introduce here at King. Before I start, I would like to thank a few people on behalf of the class of 2019. First, to every teacher who has taught members of the senior class from pre-K to grade 12, it is a result of your hard work that we are up on this stage. Without your tireless hours in and out of the classroom, we would not be the same men and women you see up here today. Secondly, I would like to thank the parents of every student in our class. The class of 2019 stands as a testament to your hard work. While we must not forget how they spent many hours cooking us dinner, driving us to games, or attending our class plays, we must most importantly acknowledge their job as our primary role models. Next, Dr. Ashu and Mrs. Sadlowski. These two people work insanely hard to make sure everything is running smoothly within the walls of our school. Every day, I walk by the big windows of Mrs. Sadlowski's office to see her deeply enthralled in meetings with teachers and staff. And I think I can speak for everyone when I say that Dr. Ashu has exceeded all expectations held of her first year as head of school. I would also like to thank the King Board of Trustees. They work tirelessly all year to make the King experience the best it can be. And I know they will all be excited when we walk across this stage today and transition from students to something much more important, alumni donors. I first came to King in the fall of 2009, entering the 3rd grade. Over the course of the last 10 years, I've had the esteemed privilege to grow up alongside much of the class of 2019. For reference, when I first came to King, swine flu had just swept across the country, Tiger Woods' downturn started with the car crash, and Boom Boom Pow by the Black Eyed Peas topped the year's Billboard charts. Even then, it was easy to see that our grade was not particularly typical. In lower school, our grade could best be remembered for inventing a game called Dakugan, which involved dueling rubber ducks spinning on their heads, and also for having some of the most explosive touch football games imaginable at recess. Back then, our grade was about 32 kids. Over the last 10 years, our grade has expanded to over 90, but the strength of the bond between the students has not been diluted with numbers. We had nearly doubled in size by the time we ended middle school. It was in those years where one could start to see how members of our grade learned to grow together and thrive in the chaos that is middle school. I think there was something about surviving Mr. Tran's 8th grade CPS class and the drama of the Washington, D.C. trip that can really unite a diverse group. I'm still confused to this day why bringing 60 pubescent children hundreds of miles away from their home and leaving them in business suite-sized rooms is a good idea in anyone's mind. But we all had a great time, so who am I to judge? Though many students on the stage were not a part of these specific memories, it feels as if they were part of the pack that has been here since the lower school. I remember asking a friend earlier this year if he remembered an event from the 4th grade, and he subsequently explained to me that he came here his sophomore year. I think this mistake on my part is a testament to how close we have become as a grade. Whether you came in pre-K or junior year, you are an integral part of the group we have become. The students that make up this class have an incredible ability to rally behind each other. We have motivated each other to go further and work together for accomplishments we can all share. This class has already shown me its real character when I experienced challenges in my own life. They stepped up to show real compassion and loyalty, and I will never forget it. Notably, the students in this class are also able to blend love and mutual respect with the ability to cause absolute, undistilled chaos. This chaos arises from the energy of 96 students, all with their own motivations, ideas, and goals. Rather than sow division, it has brought us together and prepared us for the rapidly changing world that the King mission statement is so serious about. As the great entrepreneur Peter Baelish once said, chaos is a ladder. Though life is unpredictable, this unpredictability can lead to opportunities and experiences beyond what we could have imagined. When seized upon, these opportunities, aka the rungs of the ladder, can change your life and that of those around you for the better. Being a member of the class of 2019 has taught me that in a rapidly changing and chaotic world, Not only will I be prepared after my time here, but if I ever needed any help in my endeavors, I would have no trouble finding the full support of my former classmates. You can see examples of this in virtually every facet of the King School experience. In the academic realm, I don't think I've ever seen more excitement and celebration about anything than when Cameron Raker got a perfect score in the state math championship for the second straight year. It even became commonplace for the entire senior area of the cafeteria to erupt into applause after one of the people at Cam's table stood up and yelled, "Cam got a 100 on his math test." There was even more of a group celebration when it was announced this week that we would have 96 valedictorians, a new King record. On the athletic fields, members of the class of 2019 can be credited with motivating students to attend more sporting events, highlighted by the student-led Taco Bell Live Mas student section at hockey games. I really knew we had something special as a class when we got so many people to go to the playoff hockey game up at Harvey School that we outnumbered the home fans 2-1. On the stage, the class of 2019 filled the PAC during multiple sold-out performances of Mamma Mia. The performances of Jordan, Blair, Caroline, Derek, Chloe, and Grady were so impressive that many students ended up attending 2 or 3 shows. Philanthropically, the class came together to raise hundreds of thousands of dollars for organizations such as the Orphan Starfish Foundation, the Boys and Girls Club, Harlem Lacrosse, and Project Music. I would feel confident placing a bet that over 50% of the class came to the annual King Cares 5K, an incredible feat considering it started at 8 a.m. on a Sunday, not usually the environment you find a high concentration of sleep-deprived teenagers. Though we will treasure all of these moments, the ones that stand out the most are the little ones that I could have not experienced with any other group of people. These are the moments that best exemplify the unity, mutual respect, and originality of our class. They are the massive games of Senior Assassin with over half the grade. They are the birthday celebrations at midnight in Model UN hotel rooms. They are the civil debates between young Democrat and young Republican clubs, which rather than exacerbated political divides, help forge respect and show that even in today's America, it is possible for the two sides to agree, sans the occasional presidential Twitter outburst. While I could drone on for hours about how special our grade is, I would like to ensure at least one person will not be asleep when I finish my speech, especially considering this was written expecting to be the second, not the 4th student on this podium today. If there's any message to be taken away from this speech, it is watch out, because the class of 2019 is coming. This stage is filled with future scientists, senators, psychologists, and salesmen, and a lot of just good people. I believe we are better equipped to handle the highs and lows of life intellectually and emotionally because of our classmates. Luke, you might not believe me now, but you will in a few years. You have not peaked in high school. While speeches like these usually urge students to stay in contact with their friends or to reflect on their time in high school, I know I don't have to. The friendships and memories forged in these halls will stay with us forever, and we know that if any of us ever needs anything, the rest of the class of 2019 has our backs. When you all walk across this stage in a few minutes, you should feel confident that you will have every member of the class of 2019 behind you, even through the chaos. Thank you, and congratulations again to the class of 2019.